Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt completely invisible? Not just ignored in a crowded room, not just overlooked in a conversation, but truly forgotten? Imagine this. You walk into a supermarket with your spouse, you both split up to shop, and then he drives off without you. Not because of an argument, not because of an emergency, but because he genuinely forgot you existed in that moment. Sounds impossible, right? Well, let me tell you what happened to me. That evening started off as any other, calm, ordinary, even pleasant. My husband, Ethan, and I were running errands, ticking off our usual grocery list. He had his section, I had mine. We did this all the time. But that night, something different happened. Something that shook me to my core and made me question everything. By the time I realized he was gone, my heart was pounding, my palms were sweating, and the world around me started spinning in slow motion. What followed was a roller coaster of emotions: confusion, fear, anger, and even heartbreak. But the worst part? When I finally got home, expecting him to be frantic with worry, he looked at me with genuine surprise and said, "Wait, how did you get home? Buckle up, because this is not just a story about being forgotten. It's about marriage, love, and the things we take for granted, until reality hits hard." It started like any other Thursday night. Ethan and I had a routine. We'd hit the supermarket after work, divide the shopping list, and meet at the checkout. Efficient, right? I'll grab the vegetables and meat. "You take care of the cleaning supplies and snacks," Ethan said, kissing my forehead before pushing his cart down an aisle. I nodded, already making a mental note of what we needed. It was a habit we'd developed over the years, working like a well-oiled machine. Or so I thought. The supermarket was busy, filled with tired shoppers pushing their carts with glazed-over expressions. The air smelled of freshly baked bread and floor cleaner, a weirdly comforting mix. I took my time picking out the best produce, making sure everything was fresh. Maybe I spent too long inspecting tomatoes. Maybe I lost myself for just a little too long in the ice cream aisle. But when I finally made my way toward the front, cart full, my husband was nowhere to be seen. At first, I wasn't alarmed. Maybe he was still browsing. Maybe he got stuck in a long line. But as I glanced at the checkout lanes, nothing. I pulled out my phone and called him. No answer. Texted him. No response. A small knot of unease formed in my stomach, but I brushed it off. He's here. He has to be here. Or so I thought. Minutes ticked by. The lines at checkout grew shorter. People were leaving. And yet, no Ethan. I checked the parking lot. His car was gone. A strange, surreal feeling settled over me. My husband had left. He had actually left. The supermarket doors slid open and shut as people came and went. But I just stood there, my shopping bags at my feet, my phone clutched in my hand. I called again. Voicemail, then finally a text. "Hey babe, where are you?" My breath hitched. He had no idea. No idea. My fingers trembled as I typed back. "Where am I? Where are you? You left me at the supermarket." 3 dots appeared. Then they vanished. Then appeared again. And then, "Oh my God!" Ethan showed up 15 minutes later, his car screeching into the parking lot. He jumped out, eyes wide with panic, hands gripping his hair. "Oh my God, I am so sorry," he blurted, running toward me. I stood still, arms crossed, heart pounding. "You forgot me, Ethan. You actually forgot me." His face crumpled with guilt. I don't even know how it happened. I finished shopping, loaded the car, and drove off. "I thought you were already home." "Already home?" I threw my hands up. "How? Did I teleport? Materialize out of thin air?" He rubbed his face, pacing. I don't know what to say. I just wasn't thinking. I swallowed hard, my chest tight. It wasn't just that he left. It was that he hadn't even noticed until I texted him. Had I become that invisible? The ride home was silent. Unbearably so. My mind swirled with thoughts, doubts, and questions I didn't want to ask but couldn't ignore. When we got home, Ethan tried to make light of it. "Come on, babe. It was a mistake. A really dumb mistake. But you know I love you." But I wasn't laughing. "Ethan, be honest." I swallowed. "If I hadn't texted you, when would you have realized I wasn't home?" He opened his mouth, closed it, looked away, and that silence said everything. Tears burned behind my eyes. That's what I thought. For the first time in our marriage, I wondered, was I just part of the background noise in his life? That night, I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, listening to the sound of his steady breathing. But I couldn't sleep. Because now, the real problem wasn't that Ethan had forgotten me at the supermarket. It was that, somewhere along the way, he had started forgetting us. The next morning, Ethan tried everything: flowers, breakfast in bed, over-the-top apologies. But nothing could shake the feeling that had settled deep in my bones. So, I made a decision. I packed a bag. I'm staying with my sister for a few days. I told him. His face fell. "What? Why?" "I just need some space. Space to think. Space to breathe. Space to figure out if this was just a silly mistake, or a symptom of something much, much deeper." And as I walked out that door, suitcase in hand, one question haunted me. Was I really that easy to forget? So tell me, what would you do if your partner forgot you like this? Was Ethan's mistake innocent, or was it a wake-up call about something bigger? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this story gripping, share it with your friends. Because sometimes the stories we hear make us look at our own lives a little differently.